How do? It's Terry Bush here. Sorry about having a day off yesterday. I ate quite a lot of wheat products and dairy products on Christmas Day and they tend to give me mucky guts. But I'm back now. What I'm going to do is take you through my best films of 2019, and by best I mean the 3 films that I saw in 2019 at the cinema. What the cinema is a building where you go to see films shown on the medium that they were supposed to be seen on. Mad, isn't it? Wacky idea. What you have to do is leave your house, and that would mean, you know, stop lying horizontal in front of Netflix, and you'd have to unhook yourself from the intravenous drip that feeds you with lager, cheese and nutrients. So, let's have a look at some of my favourite films from 2019, shall we? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Tarantino's new film, which is a hymn to Hollywood. He gave you a clue in the title. And it's based around the Tate LaBianca murders. And they were orchestrated by Charlie Manson, little Charlie Manson. If you don't know who Charlie Manson is, Charlie Manson were a kind of Pied Piper figure to lost, damaged fuckwits who thought they could change the world by growing their armpit hair and being pseudo-intellectual. Tarantino caught a bit of criticism for exploiting women in this film, but I saw some women in it, in the background and in bikinis, and then towards the end a couple of the male characters beat a few women to death, so exactly like the 60s really, and Hollywood, then and now. Okay, next up is Todd Phillips' Joker, a film surrounded by hyperbole and controversy. It's a film that when you leave it, you do feel like you've been spiritually raped, but, you know, Joker did really well this year, and largely because of the hyperbole and controversy that were drummed up by the liberal intelligentsia and journalists saying it were too violent and it were going to inspire incels to commit crimes. Now, incel is short for involuntary celibate. We didn't used to call them that in my day. Just used to call them mummy's boys, really. But I think the problem were that by these journalists, or snivelling Timothys as I like to call them, hyping it up so much, it took over $1 billion in the box office. Did very, very well. This is a superhero film, but don't let that put you off, because the day is not saved by anyone. It's spoilt. There are no precocious children in it, and the protagonist is a very severely mentally ill man, so it's a real hoot. They say it were very violent. It weren't very violent. It were no more violent than the average horror film, really, or a chip shop on Broad Street at about 1:30 AM. Last one I'm going to cover is Knives Out, Rian Johnson's Knives Out. Now, out of 5, I'd give this film perhaps a 9. It's a whodunit, but don't let that put you off. The main detective, it's not a camp Frenchman with a moustache, or a withered old sea hag that'd blow over in a calm breeze. Knives Out is a well-written, well-photographed, well-acted and well-plotted film. It should be in Oscar contention, but it's not gonna be, because there were no gay or lesbian, ethnic, disabled people in it. And the Oscars, they frown on that kind of thing now, you know, having films with suitable people in it that fit the sort of milieu that's been created, you know. There is a film called Cats being released, but I'm not going to see it. I'm going to boycott that because they've cut Daniel Day-Lewis out. He were going to be in it, famous method actor Daniel Day-Lewis. He'd lived off whiskers for a year and shit in his neighbour's garden, but they cut him out, so no.